Welcome to the Starting Monday podcast, the podcast for anyone who has a habit of delaying their health and fitness goals, who struggles to build consistency, or just doesn't know where to start. Have you ever said the phrase, "I'll start Monday"? If so, this is the podcast for you. Let us help make those goals of yours a priority by getting started today. Each episode, we bring you easy to digest, simple to understand training, nutrition, and lifestyle tips to make your fitness journey that little bit easier. Now, let's welcome the hosts, experienced personal trainers, and all-around good guys, Barry Stephen and Matthew Percival.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is the Starting Monday podcast. I hope you enjoyed that super long professional introduction into who we are and what we're all about. But here we are, we're here to help you, and I'm sitting next to my good pal, Mr. Mathew Percival.
Hey guys.
Matthew, let us know all about you.
So I'm Matthew. I've been a PT now for about 9 years, and I'm currently a fitness manager at a gym just in Aberdeenshire. We're just out the road a little bit. Quite good. We're building up. We opened just prior to COVID, and obviously it wasn't a great time to open up, but now we're building up our client base and we're growing from there. Barry, introduce yourself.
Well, I've been a personal trainer for at least 15 years now, which
A lot more than me.
I must be close to retirement.
You're looking at it.
Thank you very much. When I first started, there was zero grey hair, but now there seems to be quite a lot. So that tells you a lot
came on
about
quite fast, didn't
tells you a lot about myself. But yeah, we've been running a gym in the centre of Aberdeen for the past 10 years, which has really been focused around helping people lose weight and better their lifestyle. Great little community. If you're a resident in Aberdeen, you should be checking that out.
Definitely.
So yeah, that is us, and we are both extremely passionate about helping people better their lifestyle, and that's is pretty much why we're here today, doing it in the podcast.
Start a podcast.
Well, we're the Starting Monday podcast for another reason, because we kept putting this off.
Yes,
We'll start it next month. We'll start it next week. We'll start it Monday. It took us a while to get around to actually doing it, and that's probably because we were scared it was going to be rubbish.
It's probably going to be rubbish, I think. But we'll get better, guys. The second episode's going to be so much better.
Oh, yeah.
So much better.
And I think that's probably what stops a lot of people starting, Matthew. Like, they probably feel like they're not going to... They feel scared to get started. They're not going to achieve what they want to achieve, or they think it's going to be too hard, or they're focusing too much on the goal.
Yeah. Rather than just diving in.
Yeah.
Getting involved.
Yeah, and sometimes you just got to make that first step. You've just got to get started, basically, and not overthink it. And yeah, you might be rubbish at the start. We might be rubbish at the start. I think we've started pretty well. What do you think?
I think the intro really set the pace. The intro is world class.
I think we peaked, to be fair. Wait for the outro. But yeah, I mean, my first advice would be for anyone who wants to get started is to not fear it, and just
be like us. Just give
go
it a
for
shot.
it. Yeah. But delving a little bit deeper than that, we want to break it down. So for me, there's 3 words that break down how to get started: what, how, and why. What do you want to achieve? How are you going to achieve it? Really focus on those 2 things to begin with. What it is that you want to achieve, what is specific to you, what is maybe your goal. Write down how you're going to get there. What changes are you going to make to your lifestyle to actually allow you to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. But the key thing, and the thing that a lot of people miss out, and it's probably the key thing that I missed out a lot in the early part of my career when I was working with people, is connecting with the why. The why. Why do you want to do that? Because when you connect with the real reasons why you want to achieve the goal that you want to achieve, I really think that you have a better chance of actually sustaining it. It's basically being consistent and keeping it going.
Yeah, 100%. If you know exactly why you want to do it,
yeah,
you've got that driving factor, that motivation to keep you going.
So like you might be sitting there going, yeah, I want to lose 2 stone and I'm going to do it by making changes to my diet or introducing exercise into my regime. But
it's why.
I want to know why you want to lose the 2 stone. You know, what is it that's really affecting you that makes you want to lose that 2 stone? Is it because you you're worried about your health. You're maybe feeling tired. You've got sore joints.
Got a holiday coming up.
Yeah, or
Feel
maybe
comfortable.
maybe you're just not confident in yourself anymore, and maybe that's affecting relationships. Maybe relationships with your partner. Your sex drive might be lower. Things like that. These are all things that you don't really want to speak about in the initial
But
stages.
it's understanding why you want to do it makes a massive difference.
So guys, what do you want to achieve? Jot that down. How are you going to achieve it? Even if it's just vague, just jot it down. I'm going to achieve it by starting to go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week, making some changes to my diet, going out for walks more, that sort of stuff. But, write down why you want to do it, because there's a big quote that we have in our gym. It's on our t-shirts and our hoodies and that sort of thing. It's when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. You want to really connect with that. And if I remember when I first started out, Matthew, and I want to ask you about when you first started out, because I think
I look forward to it.
Our journeys are slightly different. But when I first started out, I was overweight. I was carrying a bit of weight. I was out of shape. My fitness wasn't too good. I know Matthew's kind of looking a bit shocked just now, thinking, "No way was I ever."
No, I've seen a body pump pictures. I've witnessed the Barry of old.
You just can't wait to talk about that, do you?
It's seared into my memory.
But the reason that got me started was the feelings I had at that time. Do you know what I mean? I felt unfit. I'd lost my confidence. I didn't feel good in clothes. I certainly didn't feel good out of clothes. I didn't feel confident in myself, and that affected me mentally, and that's what sort of drove me on to basically get started, get going, and keep going. And of course, over time, as you maybe get in shape and you're still training, you're still on that journey, maybe your reasons are become different, right?
Yeah, they do change.
Yeah, they change. But there's always a reason why we do something. There's always a reason why we get out of bed in the morning, to be honest.
Yeah, it requires motivation of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from somewhere. I want to get out of bed because I want to be successful. I want to provide for my family, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can live a happy, healthy life. So these are the reasons. These are the things that drive me when I don't want to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would say we have similar sort of reasons why we got into it, just on polar opposites of the scale. For example, you were more overweight and I was more underweight. You know what I mean? But the why was probably very similar. We both wanted more motivation, feeling better, feeling confident, that sort of stuff, feeling fitter, feeling healthier, feeling stronger. So we probably came at it from very different angles, but with similar whys when we broke it down.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about that time.
that time in my life.
That Matthew.
I was quite a skinny kid. I was very sporty though, so I was very much into sports. Played football. I played basketball, not competitively, but did that, and I was very much into my PE side of things. So I wanted to originally actually join the army, quite interestingly, but I had asthma, so that wasn't an option. So I went to college, and then I started training at college with my friends in my spare time. I'd go to the gym with them, and then from there I just got kind of addicted to the progression, getting stronger, getting fitter, feeling better, that sort of stuff. So I was a very skinny guy. I think I weighed about, in the 60 kilo range, about 6'1", and now I actually bumped
you've
into
doubled.
I bumped into one of my old college lecturers who came to my gym, and he was like, "It looks like you've ate yourself." So yeah, we've put on quite a lot of size since then. But you were the opposite, Barry, weren't you? You were a bit more chubby, looking to get fit, get healthy, lean up.
I was, but that's how we started. But I mean, it's important to touch on, how do we keep things going? Obviously we get started, but how come we've been training consistently now for myself for 20 years,
20 years?
Yeah, 20 years working in the gym. And
what's your bench press?
Still can't bench press over 120 kilos.
One day.
One day.
That's
what's driving me.
That's what the motivation is. He's wrote down 140 kilo bench press, but he just never got there. But
what I think I'm trying to get at is that, once you get started on a journey like this and you feel the benefits to it, and I'm not just talking physical, I'm talking mental benefits as well, and how it affects other areas of your life. How you maybe communicate with other people. I know I'm a grumpy sod when I'm not training. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm grumpy, but I look forward to training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of go, I look forward to getting back to it.
And it's part of my lifestyle now. It helps me live a healthier lifestyle away from training. Just if we speak about training on its own, it helps me live a healthier lifestyle out
why
with
do
the
you
gym.
think you still train then, Barry? What's your reasoning behind it?
Because I know how it makes me feel mentally, the benefits
That's the
to
main
it.
one.
That's the main one. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenges that are presented through training on a regular basis.
I think I like the daily challenge of getting it done.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that drives me currently.
I think it makes me more productive as a person as well. So, part of my job is sitting at a laptop and dealing with the business side of things. And, that can be a little bit stressful. It can also be a little bit fatiguing mentally. And, anyone that has a desk job will probably feel that 10 times more than me. I honestly feel that getting away from that, exercising, sweating, getting out of breath, lifting heavy things, being around other people, communicating with other people, that really helps me be productive in other areas of my life. And yeah, I just can't see me ever not. I can't see it not being a part of me.
I probably would never not train in some sort of way. But whether it's as serious as I have done in the past or as serious as I am now, I think I'd always train. If I came down to 3 days a week of maybe if I did cardio in the future, God knows. You never know what could happen. We won't write it off.
But I think as well, your goals are different when you're younger. When you're younger, you want to look good, right?
Yeah.
You want to look as best you can. You want to attract the opposite sex. You want to look good in the mirror, that sort of thing. A lot of goals are maybe around aesthetics.
Yeah, looking good.
But I'm obviously a little bit older than you, right? And
you don't look it, Barry.
Come on, man. You think more about your health. You think more about how you feel. You how your joints feel, how your muscles feel, your mobility, your goals become a little bit different. And as you're getting older, I know I'm only 40 years old, but as you are approaching a sort of elderly part of your life, and looking at my mother, my father, my grandparents, that sort of thing, I want to be able to walk, run, pick up things,
stay
move,
mobile,
and stay mobile and stay healthy for as long as I possibly can. If I can be in the gym when I'm 70, 80 years old, lifting weights and out working.
You think you're going to lift when you're 80 years old?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I want to.
I would love to see that. Barry in the gym, 8 years old, wheeled in on the bench press, 100 kilos on.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
But yeah, I think from there we've talked a little bit about the what, the how, and the why. But I think when you're first starting out, you should consider maybe setting some goals as well, and not only setting some goals, but maybe creating some systems that connect with these goals. So I think we're good at setting goals, but we're
not good at the planning around it.
Yeah, when I say creating systems, I'm talking about the things that are going to get us to those goals. And if you don't mind me using a quote here, Mathew, I know you're not a big quote guy.
Second quote.
Are we on our second quote already?
I think you did the first one.
Okay, but you've read Atomic Habits, haven't you?
I have read Atomic Habits.
From
very good book.
James Clear. So one of his quotes is, and it's a one that's really sort of resonated with myself, is you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So I think as a personal trainer, working with clients, you're always trying to help them build better systems so that they can go and achieve their goals. Okay.
So what's an example of that, Barry? For example, if I came to you right now and I was like, Barry, I want to lose 2 stone. I haven't been in a gym in 6 months. What's a system that I'm going to put in place to get myself lean and mean?
Well, a system could be as simple as this, for example. You're cooking your evening meals and you use the leftovers for your lunch the next day. All right? That is a system that's helping you make good choices the following day when you are at work or wherever you are. You're basically keeping you prepared, all right, and preparing yourself with a healthy meal. And it's an easy system because if you think about it, you've made one meal, but you've created 2.
Yeah, and I'm not going to the shop and
Yeah.
buying a bunch of stuff I probably don't
So
need.
that's a system. And another system might be, tracking your steps, like making you more aware of the movement that you do out with the gym. Okay, because your goal is to lose weight. It's great that you're committing to that training plan and coming to the gym 3 times a week, but 3 hours a week is 2% of your whole week. All right, so we need to create a system that gets you more active when you are away from your session with me. So we'll track your steps. Let's see how many steps you're doing at the minute. Can we do more? Can we increase that movement? There's another system that's going to help you towards your goals. So there's a couple of examples.
Off the cuff as well.
Off the cuff. You put me under a bit of pressure there,
I did, yeah. It's a good question. It's a very good question.
So yeah, guys, I hope you have found some of that quite helpful. We want to keep this one quite short. Am I right,
nice
Matthew?
short episode just to introduce ourselves, the basics of getting into the gym, why you want to go there, why you want to get involved, and keeping, the first episode to the point. Yeah,
but our second episode, we're going to focus on common mistakes that people make when they are starting out in the gym, and we're going to cover a lot of the mistakes that Matthew's made. And
I made no mistakes, Barry. I was the best in the world from the get-go.
as well as myself, and we want you guys to learn from us. So if you've enjoyed this first episode, we've kept it short and sweet. Please let us know, and also please tune into that second episode because we are going to cover some pretty cool stuff.
Thank you for listening to the Starting Monday podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to follow us and share with your friends. Have a great day and see you at the next episode.